is to go ahead and kill Iranian civilians as well.
So where did Israel bomb Tehran? Where did the bombs fall?
What the fuck happened yesterday then?
Where did they fall in the city of Tehran?
They hit an apartment building right, which had civilians, right? So again, we understand that civilians are innocent, right?
Yes.
They've done this several times, mind you, in the past couple of years, right? I mean, we don't even have to look back even a year. We can just look back a couple of months, and they did the exact same shit. So, what do you mean? Oh, when did they drop a bomb on Tehran?
Well, because from where I sit, the goal of Iran and the goal of the Palestinians, the goal of Hamas, is to kill.
Look, you don't need to lecture me about goals. No, don't lecture me about their goals. Let's talk about the Israeli goal. What is Israel's goal in the preemptive strike? Let's ask that. What is it?
To prevent Iran from developing.
So I'm going to go ahead and say, what if Iran came out before all of this bombing or whatever that Israel did? What if Iran came out and said, we have found that there is going to be a strike in the immediate future from Israel, so preemptively we're going to defend ourselves and attack Tel Aviv. What would you say to that?
Attack random civilians in Tel Aviv?
Yeah, just like how Israel just did in Tehran.
Well,
say Iran does that instead of puts Tel Aviv. You think it's fine?
No, I don't think.
It's the same rhetoric. But guess what? Oh, because it's Israel, we go ahead and be like, oh my God, we need to go ahead and respect their wishes.
If you
but because it's Iran, they're terrorists.
If you can't listen to the
No,
other guy,
you're stupid. You're stupid. I can easily beat you to both sides.
Airstrike is finished. Somebody hit the airstrike. Hampton, hit the button.
Okay. Anyways, this retard doesn't know how to be unbiased or whatever.
Okay, I'm a stupid retard.
You have to understand, preemptive strikes aren't a cause to go ahead and kill a bunch of civilians just because you want to.
I asked, what was the goal? Was the goal to kill civilians?
Yes.
So why didn't they target the downtown area in Tehran where a lot of people were walking around?
They targeted a whole building.
Why would they
let's say tomorrow. Let's say tomorrow they attack the downtown, right? Next you're gonna tell me, oh, why didn't they attack this apartment building that houses the most people in Tehran? Doesn't matter.
No.
They attacked an apartment building that had people in it.
They killed people?
Yes, they killed people. Regular civilians.
That's obviously a war crime.
Yeah, exactly. So, again, you can't just go ahead and come here and then be like, Israel went ahead and defended itself from random civilians that meant no harm.
Random civilians that meant no harm, the people who say death to Israel? The military commanders of Iran.
Wait, hold on. I want to ask you.
Hold on.
One second.
You just asked me about things and you didn't let me talk at all. Hold on. No, hold on. I'm going to win this one. Hold on. No, you better hold on. No, you need to hold on. No, hold on. Because you just know.
I don't understand the retardation that you have in your own brain.
Hold on, don't just... Hold on, you better... Hold on. You better hold on.
Hold on.
Just mute me.
Get the dick out of here.
Hold on. You don't get to just say to me... No, that's not...
This man's just aiming down pointing at stupidity.
You can't just... and tell me to hold... and you never let me. That's not...
Amir, you have an audience to leave.
You don't know how to communicate. You're bad at communicating. You're a bad...
The guy who's like, oh, we have to kill everyone that disagrees with the country.
Communication. You're not a good communicator.
So
You don't know how to
killing innocent people?
You're not a good communicator.
Are you
cannot
saying it's okay to kill innocent
You
people?
cannot communicate. You do not know how to communicate. You're not a good communicator. You do not know how to communicate.
You just want to kill innocent people.
You cannot just keep screaming at me and expect me to hold on and listen. You cannot
you're
win this
just
one.
going ahead
You're
talking
not just
about
going to
killing
keep telling me to hold on. You're going to hold on.
That just makes you a terrorist at that point.
You don't get to just tell me to hold on.
Okay, go ahead, leave the room. I don't give a fuck about it. Please,
Just because you
don't really care for your opinion.
I want you to hold on.
No, because I'm starting to rhetoric about killing
You cannot just say to me, hold on,
Yeah,
and then
sure.
keep screaming and keep ranting and never let me speak.
This guy just shows his phone down.
Hang on, going on a tangent.
Yeah. Wait, me?
No, this guy is, what's his name? Zach Rhoda.
You know, I love this room so much, Amir. I don't know why, but it's like my favorite clubhouse room.
Me too. I love it.
You know why?
You be crashing sometimes.
Nah, sister, it's because of these Zionists. They make me angry.
You be seeing Israel getting their booties banked. This is very interesting. You know? I'm just all over Twitter. I'm seeing this will never happen again.
See you, shit. How are you, baby?
I'm good, alhamdulillah. How are you, akhi?
I'm doing good, bro. I'm just enjoying seeing Tel Aviv get fucked.
Mills.
Yeah, it's me, it's me.
Oh my God! Stop changing your name on me.
You like my PTR? Come on. But yeah, guys,
Tel Aviv is getting fucked, bro. I'm enjoying it, bro.
I'm so happy, you know.
Order Tel Aviv. Tel Aviv. Bro, I'm trying to go to my friend's wedding tomorrow. Like, I asked him where's the location is, right? I want to blast that song at his wedding because he's Palestinian, right? I want to see the blast that song.
I know people are running to the Ben Gurion, whatever it's called.
Bro, Gaza's worse than that, bro. Gaza's like a million times worse than that, bro. Let's be real.
Yeah, 100%.
So I don't give a fuck, bro.
These people don't really care about the land. They don't really care about the land. So they're willing to escape literally the moment that there's a threat.
It's not the land, bro. It's not the land, bro. People know who the landowner is, right? Like some faggot from New York can go back to his fucking land. Can go to Palestine and say, look, this is my land. But a Palestinian person that I know from Dearborn cannot go to his motherland because apparently that land was promised to some European white person 3,000 years ago. Like, bro, it doesn't even make sense, bro. I can't like fathom. How are you gonna convince me, like, when your ancestors never set foot in that land, that land was promised to you 3,000 years ago? Even Jews themselves know that this is bullshit.
I love how Iran's tweeting, you know. It's too funny.
You know what's funny, bro?
When they landed, they said we've arrived. Therefore.
You know what? You want to know one place I hope Iran can target is UAE. I want them to hit Dubai.
Yeah, I know. That's why Saudiya now has said that they stand with them. The other Gulf countries haven't.
Yeah, they said
apparently America removed a lot of its troops that surrounding Iran.
I'm glad they did, bro. I don't want America to be involved in this war.
No, America's not going to be involved. We knew Americans. Amir, what are you talking about? I don't know if Amir's awake. But Amir was talking about as well, like, I know America's...
No, America was in on this attack.
Oh, they were in on this attack, so why is he saying that he's not involved?
No, Trump said, did you not hear what Trump said? He said that was a good attack. Iran still has a chance to make a deal. Otherwise, it will no longer be Iran.
So, the reason why America is saying they're not involved is they wanted to make sure Iran knew that they were involved. And Iran would get angry at them as well. And mind you, the American sentiment is not to attack Iran. We don't want another war or whatever, right? But if Iran retaliates and attacks America, right, then Trump can easily say, hey, let's go ahead and go to war because they attacked us first.
No, I don't think Iran, I think they're smart. They're not going to attack America.
I hope not, brother, because listen, this country has already enough homeless veterans. If America goes to war again, we're going to have a lot of veterans that come back. There's going to be PTSD. There's going to be a anti-Muslim hate crime is going to spike up again. So I hope this country can stay out of it, bro.
I realize everyone's getting drafted.
I mean, I'm diabetic, bro, so I'm basically accepting it. Nah, I'm serious, bro. I cannot join the military because I'm type 1 diabetic, so I'm lucky I have that.
And I'm too old.
I mean, I can't join it. If you're a diabetic, if you're like have mental illness, you cannot join the military. So alhamdulillah, I'm just gonna sit back and watch, bro. So I'm lucky. I mean, my dad is, I don't think my dad's gonna join, but it's like he's in his 50s. I don't think he's gonna join, so good luck, alhamdulillah. Yo, look at this time. Look at Tucker Carlson guy. I made a piece in the chat. It's an interesting thing I've seen from Tucker, bro. I feel like I feel like Tucker was always like.
I don't think it's that account. I think it's the other account. The guys are still recording, you know.
I mean, why is he recording your room? Like, he pinged me to a room.
Because he's a creep. He's an idiot. He doesn't have a life, right? All he does is goes from room to room to record conversations. Just a recorder. And he records it into his stupid house. And then from his stupid house, sometimes on YouTube, like a comedian. You know? Doesn't have a life, and that's all he does.
Amir, check this tweet that I sent you guys. It's by Tucker Carlson. I'm noticing that Tucker Carlson, like, I feel like he wasn't as.
You hear that, Issa? It's fucking. Now I'm living rent free in their brains.
Obviously. But I feel like ever since.
Isn't this hilarious? It's just like it like throws them, doesn't it? So in a way, it's like they have to now police their speech because they know they're actually being recorded and retransmitted all over the internet. It's beautiful, and he has too many people in the room. He's got 2 Amir accounts, FYI. So this fat piece of shit is gonna have the room probably go the whole day. I'm ready to go leave and go get lunch. I'll come back like an hour later, and it'll still be running. But this will be the funniest thing is if he ends the room just to start a new room to try to get away from me. This is just too funny. I hope you're enjoying it. I just created a new room called Amir Terrorist Supporter History.
I just hope this country does not go to war with us. We cannot afford another war out here. La ilaha illallah. I'm literally dropping packages, guys, as I'm speaking in the clubhouse. Got my phone in my hand, scanner in my other hand.
You work for Amazon?
Yeah, bro. Yeah.
Oh,
Thank you, bro. I used to work at Home Depot like 3 years ago. You know.
I'm restreaming this guy's room, Doc. It's driving him crazy because I paid for the anonymous on a new burner that hasn't been blocked. So driving this guy crazy, I'm here.
The Iranian tweets are just making me laugh. I swear to God. How did before Iran attacked, right?
What's also interesting is you get to see who's networked in with him, who's like reporting to him, who's running in and out of the room, checking my other rooms. It's like you can it's interesting getting a network understanding.
Which they've been claiming for the last 30 years. And then they also went ahead and cited the Holocaust as a reason why they should bomb them. And then also said October 7th was Iran's fault.
So you're telling me that they sent missiles to Iran and killed innocent people in apartments because they believe Iran's gonna nuke them? Don't they think now Iran might nuke them even further now? Now what they did, it doesn't make sense.
Yeah, no, they're just retarded. I think the best way to go ahead and point out the stupidity of this entire situation was Iran had even agreed and even talked to the United States over years of wanting to go ahead and decimate Israel. They always backed down and they always tried to be civil in the sense of, hey, we don't want to have a full-scale war with these guys. Not because of the military minds, whatever, all that stuff. They just knew the casualty rates, right? And I'm not going to try and paint Iran as a good guy as well. They also had their diabolical schemes for the Middle East as well, right? They just do, right? But the understanding was that don't attack us, we won't attack you. Then when Israel tried to do it earlier back in like 2024, a couple months ago, they got slapped down hard by the Biden administration for doing that, right? And Iran targeted back and said, look, we can get past your Iron Dome, do you really want to mess with us? Now Israel thinks because they have Trump or whatever, they can carry out a whole full-scale war. And I very much think that Iran is going to find a decisive way to just take out Israel without having to piss off America.
Yeah, I feel like that as well. I feel like they're gonna actually get rid of the Zionist regime, you know. Not all of them.
They won't get rid of them.
Nah, I think in a way they're gonna weaken them, bro.
Can you check your back channels on here? I think those his accounts. See if you got any of them blocked.
How are you with them? It's been a while.
I'm good though. Assalamu alaikum. How are you?
Alaikum salam. My favorite is Tina, bro. Pick you up, man.
Oh, thank you.
I feel like there's
Somehow my room got. Oh, they ended my rooms. Clown House is ending my rooms. Oh my gosh.
Considered.
They ended my rooms.
Like just
Iran can put me in a missile and send me to Israel anytime. I'm willing to do it. Pick up Iran.
Yeah, another country will be enough.
But the way I'm seeing them cry, like
Yeah,
it's
just
actually
walk
kind
that
of
down as well.
I just want to point out that Israel is also claiming that.
Did it go away?
It's still there.
They're claiming that they freed Syria.
Ask Royal too. Maybe Royal doesn't have that problem.
No, once you're in, you're in. You can't. Once they leave, then they can't.
You know, guys, I was napping. My mom woke me up and she's like, Iran attacked Israel. She's so happy and stuff, you know. I'm looking at Twitter, Iran's tweeting, we arrived. You know, it's lit. It's lit, it's good.
Yeah.
What is Israel doing? I haven't seen the news yet.
That's not what I put in the telegram.
You know, it's, they're not doing what I think they should be doing, but they're doing well. All they're doing is just, they're kind of like scaring the Israeli government. So they're sending missiles, I think, to military posts.
Yeah, and the fact that America needs to help Israel with the missile tells me that there's a lot of missiles.
Yeah. But it shows you how weak Israel is, bro. Because you know, after I think last year, was it the year before, when they started attacking like other nations, like Lebanon and Iran, and Hezbollah retaliated and Iran retaliated. It kind of shows you how weak Israel actually is, even with the weapons that they get from America. I feel like Israel, you know, if other nations actually get together, I feel like Israel can be taken over in a day, man. Strategically, it can be taken over in a day without America's intervention.
Well, I'm kind of more worried about
Depends on the nation.
what do you say, China in all of this. The reason why I say that, and I know people aren't talking about it enough, is so China and Israel have a very unique relationship. And China in the past defended Israel a lot because it couldn't secure supply chains to, I think, a certain material, technology, whatever it was. Like,
They give them money for settlements as well. I know China helps with that.
Yeah, they did because what do you say? Israel wanted to have the surveillance system that China used on the Uyghurs, but there was a certain thing that China really wanted. But someone had said within the China Foreign Ministry they could get the same thing from Pakistan. That's why China and Pakistan have a very close relationship now. So I'm wondering if they got whatever they needed from Pakistan and they won't care to defend Israel at all.
I mean, has also great relationship with Pakistan because both don't fuck with India.
Wait, say that again?
Oh, finally, I got my emojis
Both
back.
don't fuck with India. That's why they have a great relationship.
Man, that's true.
You know what's crazy, guys? My mom does not like what I say these stuff. If I ever like get interested, please be public crap. She was literally scared. I don't know why she got so scared. Like,
India's just becoming the team version of Israel right now.
oh, me?
No, India.
Man, you know, Sam, I was watching
I
videos.
love Indian people. I love Indian people. I love Indian people, but I hate the extremist Hindus. So I'm saying
Listen, I watched a video of different vloggers going to India.
Wait a second, they took out GIFs off?
They took out what?
The GIF. Can you do a GIF?
Yeah, you can. Yes.
How come I can't do it?
I
What
don't
the
know.
hell is a GIF? What's that?
GIF, you know. GIF.
I don't really understand Indians and their obsession with Israel. But like, why the fuck are you gonna cheer for a genocidal entity, like what the Palestinian
Can you bring Zach up, Royal? Or just give him last chance. If he keeps on doing it, then he's gonna get down, man.
Yeah. Wait, is it my friend or what?
Yeah, that's his name is Zach.
Oh, the Batman. It's like the Batman.
I figured it out. I figured it out.
Yeah, we're gonna hear from the.
I'm talking about Zach, like he said, like, was that the guy who?
Yeah, Zach, check your profile if you got the invite.
Yeah, I invited him.
Oh, Sapien is KB. Cool. I'll go and Sapien.
What's up with you, Zach? How you been? You alright? You gotta stop interrupting, Zach.
Oh, I was smoking. I didn't move him down. I think. Did you go down it?
No, I moved him down.
Oh, okay.
I was just saying to Zach, you gotta stop interrupting.
It's the logic right there.
So when I tried to tell you I was a male feminist, you didn't believe
Yeah.
me. But
Anyways, you wanna say something, Zach?
I raised my hand a while ago, but I was gonna chime in, but I forget what it was I was gonna say. Here's one.
Oh, that's fantastic. I just hope this shit doesn't escalate, bro. Well, I'm literally fearful. I understand why gas prices to go up, bro. Like, I have a small, nice car. I don't want to be paying so much gas.
I'm hoping it does accept.
Goddamn Iran, man. Stay with Israel.
Why would you stop Israel, bro? Give me a reason why you should stop Israel. What happened Israel done for us? What happened Israel done for America? These are guys.
They love Jesus and they love America.
They love Jesus, bro. Jesus in the Talmud was the kind of a master child.
No, you're wrong. You're wrong.
Are you trolling me or are you serious, bro?
I'm just trolling, so anyways, we're gonna pivot from the religious thing.
Same with Israel.
I think, look, Bill, I think the reason why Netanyahu did the attack, because the Zionist entity, it always needs a war to thrive. And maybe they're trying to get out of Gaza, because I think they got their ass whooped in Gaza. A lot of soldiers' lives have gotten lost, right? At the same time, they killed a whole bunch of babies, innocent women, children. So, and I think they're tired of this war, right? Because a lot of people protesting, they want the hostages back, they just want to end the war. So I think he started the new Iran thing so he can pivot. Maybe, allow everybody from Gaza and then focus on Iran. And that way he can stay in power. Otherwise, he's going to get locked up in jail. You see what I'm saying?
Do you know how many Israelis have died in Gaza?
How many?
Do you know?
What type of peace are we talking about?
Hold on,
Soldiers.
Are we talking about soldiers?
Yeah,
The
how many
commander
IDF
of-
soldiers have died in
So the commander came out when they were switching hands. He said it was more than, what was it, 5,000 or 7,000 have lost their lives and more than 15,000 have been injured. The ones that are injured, actually, the one that are injured, it cost the state a lot of money because they have to look after them, get
Actually, I just
time
looked it up. It says 424 Israeli soldiers.
That's a lie.
I'll provide you now what? Wait.
I just looked it up.
What? Of Hezbollah fighters and Hamas fighters.
Oh, this says
Literally grabbing these men and killing
866.
them, bro. Literally smoking them on the battlefield, and you're telling me only 400 died. That is the biggest cap.
Oh, this is
This is what?
I'm looking
You better
at
have not got it from Netanyahu's Facebook. You know that
Imagine
name is
it was
capping.
6 million soldiers. I'm joking, I'm joking.
I found one that said 400, and then I found one that
Like
said
it was 6
800.
million.
You know what it is? You know what it is, Zach? We don't know the actual numbers because I don't think Israel has confirmed it fully. But Israel did take a big L. That's why a lot of Israelis are protesting, especially the families of the hostages. All of them are complaining because they're realizing their kids are being sent into rats. They're being killed. Hamas hasn't been eradicated. I don't think Hamas has really been harmed. Hamas is constantly attacking the Zionists and the IDF soldiers. So I don't believe 400 to 800 have died. Let's be logical. Come on, man. That does not make sense. That does not make. There's more than 400 to 800 videos of Hamas videos literally targeting IDF soldiers and annihilating them.
Yeah.
So I don't know. I don't think the 800 shit is bull. Israel, and plus, you know, Israel. I'm not gonna lie. I'm not gonna take their words back. You've seen that they've lied over the years about their numbers and all these.
This entire time that you've been talking, I'm just looking on the internet to try to find the number.
Yeah, you're not gonna find a number that's confirmed because Israel hasn't admitted. They're obviously not gonna admit a loss. They're not gonna admit a loss. I don't think Israel's gonna admit that they lost.
866.
866. Okay.
Let me finish, please. So 866 IDF personnel killed since October 7th, 2023. In the Gaza Strip, 424 soldiers have been killed. On the Gaza border, 329 soldiers were killed. We have a list of all the soldiers who were killed. This information may not be exhaustive. The Israeli government's Ministry of Foreign Affairs regularly publishes a list of IDF casualties, and it's updated.
So, I'll ask you a question. So, what number do they have of?
So not what Amir said. Amir said, I think Amir said 15,000. What did you
Can I ask you a question then, Zach?
Sure.
Don't mind me, just ask.
I don't mind.
How many Hamas members did Israel claim that they killed?
I can look that up, but I'm going to go on mute probably. I mean, you guys have a
I can tell you, for example.
All right, go ahead.
They said about 15,000 to 20,000 members. That's the claim they made, but they're showing no evidence. So I'm sorry, I'm not even going to believe when they're telling me how many IDF soldiers died. I don't believe that shit. Because they're telling me 15 to 20,000, or is it 10,000 that they killed? Which is a very
According to Israel, approximately 17,000 Hamas fighters have been
And you
killed.
believe that? I don't believe that.
It's important to note that these figures are provided by Israel and may not be independently verified. The Gaza Health Ministry, which is part of the Hamas-run government, tracks the overall Palestinian death toll but does not distinguish between combatants and civilians. They report that as of June 11th, 2025, 55,000 Palestinians have been killed, which is coincidentally the same number that was killed last year. So they haven't killed any.
I want you guys to read this article. This is Israeli national news. Scroll down. It says more than 5,000 and some families, each one have lost a member, and more than 15,000 or 12,000 have been injured. This was the time when they were hiring a new commander of IDF. This was like last year. So please do check it out and then read it out to Zach. Zach, check it out as well. And this is the number that I'm going to go based off. And more soldiers have lost their lives. It's not just 5,000, it's actually way more. And this was said by the commander of IDF, the new one that...
Well, yeah, I mean, because a lot more civilians have been killed.
No, not civilian, I'm talking about IDF, because you made a claim, I'm giving you a claim to rebuttal from a commander of IDF.
It says that 5,942 families lost a member and received
Yes, each one have lost a member.
care. Well, but that's not the same as
What year is the article from? Can you tell us the...
Yeah, it says February 2025.
Yes. And how many are injured?
Where does it said 15,000 wounded.
Where does it say?
Oh, I see. Okay. Yeah, so your numbers were correct according to this article. 5,000 families have lost. So you weren't making it up. I take it back.
Yeah.
But I don't know if No, I hear you. But I don't know if 5,942 families. I don't know if every one of those was a soldier. So I'm curious to know about.
So give that to you. But what
This is a testimony from my...
Israel keeps giving inflated numbers, especially when it comes to the October 7th attack. Like, they give inflated numbers. I'm sorry, I don't think any sane person, no matter if you're Muslim, non-Muslim, European, Arab, whatever, I don't think anyone believes anything that comes out of the mouth of Israel. And I'm so happy. Especially the majority of people in Europe. None of us take Israel serious. They're liars. So we don't use their numbers.
Here's the thing. If you look at sort of acquired and you look at the Israeli government, they, back in 2023, they claimed 866 dead, right? This is back in 2023. They're now claiming in 2024, 2025, that, no, that 866 is now referring to that. Now they're saying as of June 7th, 2025, 424 have been killed since October 7th. And when asked why did the number of killed soldiers went down, they're like, we don't have the numbers. So they're just making up numbers out of thin air. Time of the France 24 journal even looked at it and said the number they got from troops died in Israel from October 7, 2023 to now is 429, and this was 8 days ago. So yeah, they're completely covering up the amount of soldiers that are dead.
But Sam, check out the article I posted in the chat. Hey, what's up, Jackie?
I checked out the article that you went ahead and mentioned, and it goes in line with the Knesset.com's numbers of 5,000.
Yeah, it does. And here's a logical explanation as well. So I think Israel was saying that it's 20,000 or 30,000 IDFs out of the Hamas, right? Let's say if it's 30,000. Now, out of the 30,000, let's say if 5,000 of them, each one has a handgun, right? And they end up, each one of them kill like one IDF soldier per person, right? Out of the 15,000, and then the rest of them just a regular, they were partner or whatever. So you still have a number of IDF 5,000 killed, and a lot of times they don't tell it because they tell the family that this is what the deal is. Should we tell the people or not? A lot of families, they try to keep it quiet, You know what I'm saying? But the ones that are injured, it costs the Israel the most because they're injured. They lost a limb, they lost a leg, finger.
Now you don't get access to me,
for,
have a good life.
A therapy session or that session, and it costs Israel a lot of money. And that's where the problem is with Anybody else want to chime in? Chucky's not speaking today. Chucky, are you okay today? Are you good? Chucky? No. Anyways. What's up with you?
I'm good. Just working. I'm applying to new jobs as well.
Just this.
Amir, do you speak Hebrew?
No, I don't speak Hebrew.
Okay, well, do you think it's possible that this article was originally written in Hebrew?
Anything's possible.
I can read it.
Who is that, Chucky?
No, this guy with no. His name is Bill.
Oh, Bill.
Bill Nye the Science.
The Batty boy?
Bill. No. The Bill Nye the Science. He's straight. I bet he was actually.
He calls me a Batty boy.
He was expressing
Batty boys,
British?
What's up, Becky?
Batty boys.
Becky, I called you out, bro. Why you wearing these hats?
Gay in England?
Hello.
Yeah, it means booty boy.
Booty boy.
Batty means booty, yeah.
Oh, I didn't know that. I thought you meant Batty like.
Jamaican.
Okay, I didn't know
Batty
that.
in Jamaican means like, you get me, boost.
That boy is Batty boy. He likes the booty. Let me ask Bill something seriously. We just had a little jokey moment. I want to ask Bill's.
Yes, my mom.
Can you read the article that Amir posted in the chat? It seems like I'm grasping at straws, but I'm not trying to argue with you. I'm really just trying to understand how many have died. If you look all over Google, it says 866, except this one article that Amir has posted. And at the end of it, it says throughout the war, 5,942 families lost a member and received care from the Ministry of Defense. I'm wondering if this phrase, lost a member, is referring to injured as well.
No, so when it says lost a member, they actually mean that the person has died in the battlefield. I don't think it's only exclusive.
One
second. So when it talks about them receiving care, the care can mean multiple things. It can mean, for example, therapy. It could mean like, I think mainly it means therapy for them.
It has two numbers, Bill. Can you check the article for this?
Right, it says 5,000 families lost a member and received care. In addition, the Rehabilitation Administration has absorbed over 15,000 wounded. I guess I was wondering why, if 5,000...
I was just saying hello to you.
Yeah, we hear you. Okay.
Yeah, but Amir was asking me a question and you cut him off.
No, I was just saying hello to you and Chucky. I was just saying hello. Are you good?
Yeah, I'm good, man. Just, relaxing.
That's good. Good to know. But go on, Zach.
I guess it just seems like if there were 4,000 more dead than what I found, I'm not sure why those 4,000 soldiers have not been reported as being dead. I'm not saying you're wrong, I'm just trying to understand.
I'm sorry.
Someone's speaking to me, so it's not good now.
Yeah, I was listening to not really a press conference, but some statements that Trump made to Iran, in regards to the Israel attack and that side. And Marco Rubio and Trump have a different tone, and Trump's trying to allude that he knew that it was gonna happen, and I don't know, man. So I think this is gonna get messy for us too.
Trump didn't know about this.
Yeah, but he's trying to allude that, like we were involved in the planning, and that's not good work. No comment?
I think Trump was well aware of this. He was just a model.
Yeah, that's crazy. It looks like we're about to enter another war in America.
And it was started by who?
I don't know, man. I mean, look, I'm just showing you how I analyze things. Like, I'm looking for multiple articles to combine, and it would be nice if they were competing sources. So if I could find something from Al Jazeera that was echoing the number of deaths that Israel was saying, that it seems more reliable. But this article that you posted with 5,942 families having lost a member is the only place that I can find that number. And all the other articles that I'm seeing are saying 866. So it's a pretty big difference. And it doesn't really matter. I mean, your initial point was because Israel is losing in Gaza, they are starting another war with Iran. I don't really see how much sense that makes, but that was your initial argument. And that was when I wondered how many have actually died. Like, is it true that they're losing the war in Gaza? I feel like, from what I've seen, it seems like they're winning the war in Gaza and they're trying to, clean up the whole region while they're at it.
So, Zach, can I ask you just a serious question?
Yes, as long as it does not involve anything related to
sexuality.
No,
we're not going to take back to it, so, what do you understand when someone says Israel's losing the war in Gaza? What do you get from that? Do you think, the military...
I think Gaza would mean that they're losing a lot of soldiers, and they are not anywhere close to obtaining their objective. So for them, losing the war would we're not going to eliminate Hamas, which was our original objective, so let's just pack it in and go back to the way things were, I guess.
So what I understand, I agree with you on some point. I think that they're not completing their objective. They have failed. I think Israel's failed. Many nations have agreed to it, especially the Western world. Israel isn't completing. For the longest they've been saying they've been trying to get rid of Hamas, and all you're seeing is just suffering, people dying, children burning alive, children decapitated.
Well, how would we know when Hamas has fully been eliminated? Would they?
Oh, that's a very good question. Thank you. I think you should ask the Israeli government. You shouldn't be asking us. That's the claim they're making, not us. We personally don't think they can get rid of Hamas.
Well, right. The assumption is, but then you're saying that you're saying that every civilian family in Gaza, and basically anybody between the ages of 14 and 60 or 70 is potentially going to turn into a fighter. I think that the Israeli perspective is that there's got to be some people in Gaza who would not be willing to fight for Hamas. There's got to be some people in Gaza who actually want peace. And then we could separate the Hamas guys over here, guys and gals, and then the peaceful ones are over here. But your argument is basically that every civilian in Gaza it's like an agent in the Matrix when they could all at any moment turn into an agent.
So that's not, I haven't made that claim. So what my point is, let me explain to you. What my point is that Israel made the claim is that they're in a year or two that they're going to get rid of Hamas. There is no proof or evidence that they even dented Hamas. Yes, they claim they've killed Hamas members, but there's actual no proof and evidence. When we look at the proof and evidence from the videos and articles that we're constantly seeing every day, they're not killing Hamas members, they're killing innocent people. Now, yes, there might be a small, minute minority of boys or men who lose family members and end up joining Hamas, and that's just going to make Hamas stronger. What my point is that Israel isn't losing the war in Gaza just like the claims they've made, but when it comes to the PR war as well, Israel is seen as a prior state. No one is taking Israel serious. People are realizing Israel's just murdering innocent people. Everyone's realizing that. No one now can deny that what's happening in Gaza is not genocide. No one can say that it's not. Like no one now, like a lot of people, the majority of the people in the world do not disagree. The majority of people agree that this is literally a Holocaust and it's a genocide. Holocaust survivors and even people who study the Holocaust and many Holocaust historians have claimed that this is a genocide. Whether you guys say it's not a genocide or not, Zach, you don't have to agree with me, everyone has their opinion.
You're saying the majority of the world agrees that
the majority, yes, if you
bad argument.
It's true.
It may
be
true.
I will put it like this. Amos Goldberg, one of the most famous Israeli historian and famous Holocaust historian, even went ahead and said,
this is
yes, it's a
another
genocide.
logical fallacy, though. Are you familiar with the concept of
What do you mean it's a logical fallacy?
Do you know what logical fallacies are?
The people who have the authority to call it genocide a genocide are calling it a genocide.
Are you familiar with what a logical fallacy is?
I know what a logical fallacy is.
So are you familiar with the logical fallacy that is known as the appeal to authority?
Okay, so what you're telling me is I shouldn't appeal to authority, but I should go ahead and appeal to my own perspective.
Do you?
Yes, I know what it is.
So what is?
I don't think you do. Do you know what it is?
Yes, I do know what it is.
Okay. Have at it, Hawk. Tell.
You want me to tell you?
How about we ask?
Yeah, go ahead.
Wait a moment. How about we ask if we should believe Holocaust survivors? Let's see if the Jew is going to become a Holocaust
In
denier.
general, believe Holocaust survivors.
Should we believe Holocaust
I
survivors?
just answered that question.
Was that a yes?
Did you answer? Did you hear my answer?
I didn't hear you. Did you say yes?
I said in general we should believe
Oh, now all of a
Holocaust.
sudden it's in general. Now we can pick and choose what
Because
we
it's a
believe.
logical fallacy. Because there
Okay,
are.
so in the event that that person
This is how you interact with
6
me.
million people didn't die. Is that Holocaust
No,
denial?
I didn't say that.
And
That's a red herring.
Holocaust?
That's another logical
Oh,
fallacy.
actually it isn't.
That's
But
called a
it
red
is.
herring.
When I say Holocaust survivors,
Fallacy is.
Just look up the things that I mentioned.
If an individual went through the Holocaust,
Psychological fallacy.
if individual went through a Holocaust,
Excuse me, I'm talking to
God,
Sam.
it is
Sam,
our
go ahead and look up
our
logical fallacies and you'll see that there's always psychological fallacies. So
it
there's
is
not
our
called.
obligation
Is it
as
Can you hang on for a second? Because nobody's listening to you right now. We're not listening to you is the problem. We're not listening to you right now. So I'm talking to Sam.
You're not.
Jack, I'm with you guys.
Won't say that we should deny Holocaust survivors. You know why he's scared of saying that? Because he knows more Holocaust survivors in a little bit have called this a genocide. And who would know better than them?
No, so that
Not one of my days.
But there are also Holocaust survivors who support Israel.
Ease, one sec. Just give me 1 second. Don't interrupt me. Jack, don't interrupt me, right? You want to know what logical fallacy is. What he said, yes, that's a logical fallacy. But when the people who are appointed to be authorities on a genocide are even saying it's a genocide, you can't call that a logical fallacy.
Yes, it is still a bad argument. It's a logical fallacy.
How is it a bad argument? Okay, so if it's a bad argument, one second. I want to just make this point clear, right? If I go to, let's say, a meat distributor, stop interrupting me because you were scared of the point. If I go to a meat distributor and I said, hey, I'm bringing people from the FDA to test the meat to see if it's good for consumption or not, and then he's like, oh, that's a logical fallacy, that's appeal to authority. Does that make sense?
Yeah, I think it might actually be called an appeal to a relevant authority. We can look it up.
So I'm not sure. The relevant authority is the one I am citing, right? How are they now irrelevant?
I'd like to answer that question. So the problem is that there are also Holocaust survivors who support Israel. So simply
I'm not talking about Holocaust survivors. I am talking about one second, please, don't get involved. Please. I am trying to make a point here. Give me a second. Please, don't let him. Please give me a second. Oh my God, please. Stop for 2 seconds.
Find one thread that was going on in Gaza.
Ezra, 1 second. I get your point, but that's not the point I'm trying to make, right? I'm pointing out, I'm not talking about Holocaust survivors or anyone, right? I am talking about the appropriate authorities when they're the ones who go ahead and made the definition of a genocide and have the markers to go ahead and show what a genocide is. There are reasons why we have made into law or made into the list what are known as genocide markers, right? These professionals go ahead and look at a situation, identify what those markers are, right? If they meet that criteria, and then call whatever is claimed to be a genocide or not. These people have claimed what Israel's doing is a genocide. Even Amos Goldberg, a famous Israeli historian and someone who has the authority to go ahead and say, well, what is a genocide, right? He even decided and said, yes, Israel is committing a genocide, right? So again, I tell you this, right? That's not a logical fallacy. That is going exactly in line with what we've determined as a rule. Genocide markers are. They have been met, and everyone agrees to that, right? Now,
genuinely everyone agrees. I don't agree, so not
because you're retarded, my guy. It doesn't matter what I'm saying.
That's a logical fallacy. You don't even know what an ad hominem is.
Know what a logical fallacy is. The fact that I have to school you on a logical fallacy, especially appeal to authority, but you don't have to run fancy words.
Do I not get to speak?
You're not yourself. You're just trying to find things
You're just gonna fucking talk endlessly and call me a retard.
What is ad hominem? I know you don't know
what an ad hominem is.
What? No, I know what you don't know what it is.
You know what a genocide is?
I do know what genocide is.
Sure.
I'm sure.
I don't think you're sure.
Define the word genocide.
Would you like to look it up?
Right now.
Let's look it up.
No, let's not look it up. We all know what a genocide is. We don't need to
I think we should look it up.
No.
Genocide is. So you have to look it
Why
up.
would you say no,
Do you think genocide didn't occur before the intervention? For
Mike,
thousands of years.
I don't know.
We don't need.
Excuse me.
No, genocide only happened because of the Jews.
We know what it is.
Mike,
No.
did you hear me?
No.
Can you hear me?
Okay, well, did you hear?
Alright. He's gone. Good riddance. What a horrible little shit.
I don't want to hear what Sister Hudson was saying.
Yes, I am.
There has been a movement to out and cancel Holocaust deniers. Any person who denies the Holocaust, any person who says it wasn't 6 million, any person who says that Jews weren't targeted is automatically canceled by the Israeli government, by the ATL and Jewish organizations. And yet and still, as Holocaust survivors speak about what's happening in Gaza and how closely it resembles what happened in Warsaw and Auschwitz and other places, they're denied. The point I was trying to make is you yourself become a Holocaust denier when Holocaust survivors speak about their experiences, about what's happening in Gaza, and you disclaim or you discredit them out of fear that someone's going to hear them say that Gaza is a genocide. You can't have it both ways. Either we hear them, either we honor their experience and their message, or we don't. Period.
No, that's a good point.
How do Holocaust survivors say every day, scream, pull their hair, this is a repeat of what happened in Nazi Germany and Jews not listen? That's a question you need to ask them. This Jew gets it, but most of them don't.
But as the Holocaust survivor, now they have to protect themselves from the Islamists who think that last day will not come until Muslims kill Jews. So it is the Muslim who have the genocidal intentions to
Make claims.
Have you not read the Quran and Hadith? Genocidal intentions.
Yeah, if you want to talk about Quran and Hadith, right, actually cite it properly and don't just start making bullshit rhetoric, right?
It's a Hadith. Just read the Hamas Charter 1988. It goes Quran and Hadith.
You didn't put Hamas Charter.
No, all I'm saying is they will Hamas Charter. They draw the inspiration from Quran and Hadith, and they have all the intention to genocide Jews.
We just asked you to go ahead and cite us the source that you're claiming that the Muslims sold.
Go ahead and read the Hamas Charter. Have you read the Hamas Charter, brother?
Again, why are you now citing Hamas Charter?
No, it's okay. You know what? He obviously has not read the Quran himself. And obviously
I have read enough Hadith where Prophet have told you to go and kill Jews.
I would like
If you Muslim want to get it's justified.
Something, right?
Yeah, go ahead.
With your own retarded bullshit that you're spewing out right now, right?
It's not retarded.
Do you I want you to understand something. I want you to understand something. Do you know what Bani Israel means?
Bani Israel. Oh, go ahead. I know something.
No, what is it? You said you know everything. You said no.
Jews used to live in Medina, how Prophet genocided them. That's the...
So your bullshit you do talking points are not really valid here, right?
It's not bullshit. It is the Prophet who did that. Genocide them, right?
You're the one hopping around saying eating cow dung is how to cure cancer. Don't
eat cow, just,
go ahead. Go ahead and drink your cow piss and then go ahead and wash it up.
I don't want to drink cow dung, but was your mother up and
Here's the thing. That only knows how to drink to cow, right? But with that being said, we don't want your moves rightful hatred of like the fact that some Muslims are and now Muhammad is getting serious so much. So how do you go ahead and follow ahead and God's dick to go ahead and try to get point across, or is there something going on? See, in this case, clearly the Muslims killing a Muslim fully justified. Keep on crying. That Islam we get it. Your girlfriend was dated by a Muslim guy. Must be very much so. They are following the Quran and Hadith and they that's it. I know. It's already done. It is just go ahead and cry.
Are you illiterate? Are you able to read? Are you able to read?
I'm not a hater. I'm the messenger of the truth. Look, you are insecure person. You are insecure about the pedophilia of your prophet. How your prophet has not a role model as scum. And then drink Calpis. He was a scum. That's a role model. Prophet Muhammad was a scum.
Nobody wakes up from here.
Water. And if you want to go ahead and solve the world's problem, go drink the Ganga water. I dare you to. Go ahead and drink it. Why go in there? Why spend so much money and get paid the Sam sister? How come I ask you? Sam sister is absolutely that's the whole Sam, can you tell me the upper rate of your mom? How much upper rate of your mom? Your mom upper rate. Less than a minute. I don't Islam. Let's convert to Islam. Send me my money. Islam was a breed of fire. Without a man. Okay, yeah, so Sam, can you tell me the Akbar rate of your mom? Was it more or less or more than Aisha? Sam, so EMT, Sam, does your God also condone you to go ahead and fuck dog pieces on third of the Finally. Can I talk to that? Yes. That was the baby. I'm here to me what's the hell?
Really? Why somebody else up? Because that was
just blocked it. They go here. Can you hear me? Like, do it good. I'm recording the room right now. I don't have a choice to be anonymous. I can't be anonymous.
I mean, there's another room that is paying.
I know, but I cannot remove the unknown account in the audience. Do you see the unknown?
Yeah, I see the anonymous. Yeah. What are we saying that's wrong?
scary. Very scary. What is the whole purpose of this anonymous stuff anyway?
It's just go ahead and it's like, here's the thing. The very entire thing is, if we're saying something wrong, we shouldn't be scared about being recorded. But what are we saying that's wrong? We're just talking about the news, we're talking about how Israel's full of shit, and then we're talking about how we think that the Israeli government is a disgusting piece of shit. That's it.
What I'm saying is the concern I have, well, one, Amir, you definitely did give out some of my badges, one, because that, like I said, was painful, and it continues to be painful.
Royal was here. When I left, Royal was here.
No.
Yeah, I leave it to the other niggas, yeah, otherwise I'm really...
I got you. Okay, so that was one. No, this guy got up saying that the Quran says to exterminate all Jews. We didn't know what B'nai Israel, I don't know their Arabic equivalent is. But at the end of the day, same word. Yeah, same words. At the end of the day, he was saying, he was just saying that certain things that were in the Hamas charter were actually sourced in the Quran, which is a...
I think he was just, he was kind of laying out talking points from his Hindutva handbook.
Oh.
The same handbook that went to him and said that.
Yeah, I blocked it. These are right wingers from India. I actually hate them from the bottom of my bottom of my heart. They shouldn't even be allowed on this app. Just because they hate Muslims, right, in India, they not only they hate Muslims, they hate Christians, they hate any minority group out there, right?
They actually hate Jews, which is also funny. I don't.
Jews, so they've committed genocide, by the way. So Nathan came here, right?
Genocide.
Yeah, they've genocided the Jews at one point as well. And Nathan came up here, he's like, oh, they never genocided. And then I look up the data, and I give him data, he said, oh, okay. He learned something new from me in the East.
Yeah.
And there was a genocide that they killed, I think, 20,000 or 40,000 Jewish folks.
It's more towards, I think, 55,000, because the 20,000 figures is when you're talking about the people who resided post or before World War II. The 40,000 figure is the Jews that were displaced during and after World War II. And then the 55 to 60,000 was while the Jews were trying to go back to whatever country, or they were trying to get to Israel. They went ahead and mistook them for, I think, or something else. I don't know what it was. But they just massacred them wherever they saw them. And then when they found out they were Jews, they just went ahead and tried to bury the evidence.
Wow, that's sick.
Yeah,
And you know the swastika symbol, it comes from their scripture. Did you
Now that I didn't know until recently.
It's a Hindu thing, isn't it?
Yeah.
Hitler, so they
You guys, welcome. Did you guys welcome Amos back to the room?
Oh, hey, what's up, Amos? How you doing today? He's always here to freaking promote his disgusting room there where they believe in genocide of babies.
Amos.
Coexistence. I tell you to stick around in this room.
It's funny that Yemenis people are watching what's happening in Israel, and they're all like having block parties. The Houthis.
Not just India, even China, but I think the education. Yeah. We can barely hear you. Are you Indian? Are you from India?
I think this is DMT.
Do you support Modi?
I don't support Modi.
You sound like you support Modi. Do you hate Muslims?
I don't hate Muslims. They're lovely people.
Just be honest, man. Stop lying.
I am honest to God. They're lovely people. Why?
Honest to God, who's your God?
Chris is just driving him crazy.
I am him. Nobody's my God.
Is it Shiva? Is it Shiva?
Krishna, no Shiva. No Shiva, no Vishnu, no Jesus, no Allah.
Okay, so you're an atheist?
Everybody.
So what do you think about the 300 churches getting attacked in India by the Sunnis, by these right-wingers?
Sad. But what I'm saying is, even in China, they are running the education camp.
I know, but why would you hold up, why would you bring up, I know, this room is about Palestine and Israel. Okay, do you want to know a fun fact? Okay, let me maybe give you a fun fact. So what they did, that's how, see, there you go, there comes Islamophobia, there you go, see, you're a fucking Modi supporter, just be honest next time, you're a fucking Hindu. Yeah, you're an idol worshiper, just calm your tits down, man, calm your tits down, man, you're a fucking idol worshiper, calm your tits down. Yeah, you been to the rat temple, a whole bunch of rats running around in the fucking temple?
No, I don't go to
Yeah, do you know that, according to your scriptures, a fucking bunch of gods were rapist gods? Did you know this? Disgusting, man. This is why I hate these people, man. Get lost. Get up. Disgusting. They're from India, and they're right-wingers. Like, I do love people from India, but the people that do not support this fucking right-winger, Modi, whatever, this guy literally believes in killing and raping Muslim women or whatever. And that's the way they talk on this fucking app. I don't know where the fuck they came here.
I'm pretty sure that was DMT because it sounded exactly like it.
Bro, they turn it into, they want to turn India, just like the Zionists, they want to turn that into a Zionist state or whatever. Same thing with India. These people want to turn India into like this nation. That's their only nation or whatever.
Amir,
Yes, Chucky, yes.
I just want to remind you, man, that you should feel honored to have Amos singing on your stage right.
Amos, what's up, Amos? Amos, yesterday, Shuki came yesterday. I triggered the F out of him. He came up, he started attacking my religion. I kept on muting him, and I started calling him out. I'm like, I heard you had got a whole bunch of baby mamas. Are you a pedophile? Are you this? He got butthurt and triggered. He ran away. I kept on muting him. You know, almost I become a dictator when people like Shuki come into the room.
You know what's a little weird, and I really think we need to get a psychiatrist in this room, or at least a psychologist. Why do these people come into your room every single day, Amir? Like moths to a flame. They come to these rooms every day. It's almost like they've got some sick derangement syndrome, where they feel like their presence in your room allows them to stand for their values. I mean, it's a little psychopathic. If you ask me, if you don't like what's being said in the room, why come every day? What's your role? Why are you here?
So this is Amos' word, does it? Amos said, in the Zionism is mostly bullshit. In my room, it's some bullshit and some truth.
Okay, that's allowed. Seriously? That's nuts. So he likes half and half. He doesn't like the whole cream.
No, he doesn't like the whole.
That's hilarious, but sad. Look at all these people with red tickets on the bottom. Who are they really?
We don't know who has it. Yeah, like unknown guy is recording. Is streaming the room. That unknown guy. Fuck you and fuck your mom.
Goodness. Every one of us should say at once, we do not consent to being recorded.
Yeah, we do not consent to be recorded.
We don't consent to being recorded.
We do not consent to being recorded, and any person who attempts to do so will be sued and held to the letter of the law.
Does anyone have a link to the room he's broadcasting in?
Bro, it literally that room has a title that says Amir the terrorist.
Yeah, you saw that Amir, right?
Oh,
Yeah.
Wait, what?
He's funny. This is like his third or fifth room calling me a terrorist in the title. Amir the terrorist.
Oh my god. Who started that room?
The same guy.
Oh, it says,
He's got 30 phones. He's got 30 phones, says it. 30 phones, 30 accounts.
And he sent me like a clip of me speaking and my face. I blocked him. I'm like, you're a fucking creep. He's been doing that shit for a long time. He's really creepy.
I never recorded this girl.
Troubled individual he is.
Very much so troubled. Anyways, guys, speaking of trouble, shouldn't be saying this with a smile on my face. I feel kind of bad. But the Israelis are feeling the heat. Yeah. There's apartment buildings.
Isn't this funny? It's like I actually want to click on her profile.
Sirens are going off right
Her name is Ace.
They had to cancel the biggest pride parade.
Oh no!
Cancel it. Caitlyn Jenner's dumbass was there.
Oh no!
Wait, hold on one second. A news flash just came through saying that the United States is assisting Israel by shooting down Iranian planes.
That's happening. Yes.
What?
Iranian missiles.
This one. Yes, yes.
What is that? Well, America?
They have a defense system in Jordan. They have a defense system all around there. They have set up a defense system to shoot down anything that comes from Iran. They did that before as well. Like,
It's not just the United States. I think the French are involved. There's British tankers involved. So they're kind of licking each other's arse and balls over the airspace in Syria, Iraq, Jordan, Saudi, to kind of help their
Somebody makes
justice out.
sense to me. somebody make some sort of sense of this to me. How is I mean, most of the politicians, the U.S., Germany, UK, saying we support Israel in defending itself.
Yeah, but this is the Western supremacy.
I know, but General, I know what it is, but it's so, like, it's
tiring.
Psychopathic. It's psychopathic.
Yeah, it's psychopathic, of course it is. But see, their arrogance is always from a position that, regardless of what we do, we are always the victims. We never do anything wrong.
No, tell me you got it.
Tel Aviv's been getting hit. They've been getting hit one after the other. So I was on X, if you guys jump on it, depending upon who you follow. The amount of missiles on there tweeting, guys, please don't show any video, show anything that shows where the attacks are, because the Israeli government saying that don't release any footage, don't release anything, because we don't want to give off any type of information to Iran as to any tactical information. No, bitch. No. Iran's gonna know what that and where. They don't need images from the dear Israelis on the ground. You gotta try to control the fucking narrative. That with our Iron Dome, everything is so safe here. We are the almighty powerful. You're not. I just am listening to news stations. I'm listening to information coming out of everywhere. It's not looking good for Israel.
Yeah, but a lot of information they can control because of the Israeli military census. So not even media organizations can report, for example, if one of their vital military bases was hit, like Nevatim or something. So they won't even report it. It's actually against the law for media organizations to report it.
I know, I'm talking about individuals, people on the ground, information from stuff that they can't really censor, right? Stuff that's being cooperated.
They can actually, because, when, for example, if they've implemented the censor, and then citizens in Israel, or people on the ground in Israel, start recording stuff, posting it, they can face hefty jail terms.
Yeah, but what's happening is, it's already happening. There's already enough videos, enough information. And even if somebody posts it and then deletes it, other accounts have reposted it. It's too late. I mean, at this point, when you're inside of a country that you are now in fear of your life, you don't give a shit about what the government might do to you in terms of, silencing you, because you're like, I might fucking die. I need to get this out there. I need people to see that we are in danger, because this whole narrative of we're good, we're safe. If you're a citizen of any country, you're gonna start saying, oh my god, what the fuck? You can't control people at that moment, because people, it's fear. It's TikTok, Snapchat. If you go on to Snapchat and you put in the location, Tel Aviv.
Oh man, fuck, jeez. Iran is no going back. A hypersonic missile too.
That's what went through. Hypersonic missiles. Nothing can stop that shit.
Do you know how expensive those are?
Not for Iran. How much money Iran spends versus how much money the US spends is very different.
But the hypersonic can actually get past the defense system.
It did. That's why it's successful. That's why I don't get this whole nuclear war.
So they attacked, so this is what I was saying. I was making an argument earlier. Nuclear is nothing. For nuclear, you need a whole bunch of permissions and this and that and blah, 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 whatever, right? And it's controlled. But a hypersonic can do a lot of damage. Each one of them can. So did any of them attack?
Yes. There's a bunch of them. So they're saying so far they have reports of 2 landing out of the 7. So it's not confirmed, but there's also reports coming out that Tel Aviv apartment buildings, because of the fallout from this attack, these are powerful. There's buildings, the windows have been blown out. Israel is confirming loss of life. They're saying that key Israeli areas that would hold defense mechanisms have been attacked. I can't remember exactly the name. There's, of course, they have them all over. But it's happening. It's hypersonic. It's hypersonic that's getting through. Now there's 100. I think last night it was those drones that got shot down. Well, those drones were not really meant to do any damage. They were just getting an overview.
Yeah, for them to lose money on attacking them because.
Wait, this is even bigger. The F-35 jets are being shot down as well.
I think I heard something, but we need confirmation of that.
Yeah, so there's one that's been shot.
Apparently it is confirmed.
So
yeah, but have we seen the pictures of it in Iran?
Yeah, so
no,
one was
that I
shot
don't
down. So Iran shot down one is really, but it's not F-35. The pilot did eject. So they're looking for the pilot where he ejected off to, because he probably threw a parachute off and went off. But it's not an F-35 jet. It was a different jet that was certainly.
There's too much conflicting information, though, AC. Like earlier on, we were having a conversation.
It's on the board. We're not gonna know.
Yeah, exactly. So I think we should allow it to play out.
Yeah.
So mainstream media, Sky News says that Iran is claiming they shot down 2 fighter jets.
I would say no.
How about the link in the chat for you guys from Sky News? Sky News is the mainstream media, by the way.
Yeah, unfortunately.
Yeah, but I'm just saying, people have nothing to do with this, like,
exactly. On both sides.
That like just regular civilians are okay.
Yeah, I think cooler minds need to prevail. They should have prevailed actually prior to Israel doing what it did. But clearly, someone clearly wants distraction or more war in the region.
Yeah.
Because this precedent, I think, this new kind of phase that we're going into globally, that we don't need to justify anything. We can simply start attacking sovereign countries, and we saw that between India and Pakistan, just unilaterally started attacking targets. Like, this can get out of hand very quickly, especially when nuclear weapons are involved. And the same thing with Israel. What preemptive strikes are you conducting on a power that is not being believed to be creating nuclear weapons? It's complete nonsense. It's a precedent that's been set. So, for example, if a country believes some other country is doing something, it can literally start attacking them for no reason.
Dude, Khomeini is tripling down. He's like, there will be no mercy, there will be a bitter, this will become bitter for the Zionists, all that stuff. And then the Iran military, Twitter is like saying we've arrived. I'm just shocked. This is nothing like the last attack.
You can see this is when we have a donkey in power in the US. Like, when you have a global power like the United States that can essentially kind of calm the situation down, it seems to be making things worse. There's no de-escalation on America's part. When you are a responsible power on the world stage, you should be bringing people together to de-escalate. America is supplying one side with arms completely, and it's saying go and do what you need to do.
Yeah,
that's not how responsible powers act.
Yeah, it's truly not. Only a couple months in, and this is the Trump presidency, but again, it was bound to happen at some point. I mean, to be honest, I don't think the Kamala presidency would have been any better.
No, on this issue, I don't think it would have been any different either.
Yeah.
You know what? As sad to say this as a black woman, I think it might have even been worse. Because, because a lot of key information would have been hidden. They were very good, like she was very good at dancing around the issue of how Israel. Very good at it, almost too good, and that's what kind of gave
it makes me a tyrant, and everything will be okay. I'm that president.
You get overthrown by me.
I'm that president.
No, you get overthrown within 5 hours.
I'm that president.
As soon as you're taking that oath, my military would move in and arrest you.
Oh, no.
Oh, damn, that sounds almost sexual.
Oh, no, nothing really.
Yeah, it's like a linguistic raid over here. It's a tit for tat kind of thing.
I get it.
So, Iran is showing their power, huh?
What I'm interested in is that this is not going to be secluded to the United States, Iran, and Israel, right?
I think we're
I
gonna.
feel like another country's going to jump in on this, and I don't know what's going to happen after that.
I think it's gonna be Russia, honestly.
You know what?
I don't think it's going to be Russia.
Or China.
No, it can't be Russia or China because Russia is, I'll be honest, it's ever since the Assad regime kind of crumbled, Russia lost its dominance in the Middle East, and China could give less of a shit in the Middle East. Like I was mentioning just a bit ago, China had deals with Israel that it wanted to also seek from Pakistan, so I don't know if they completed those deals. If they did, it will be a huge shift in China not giving a shit. China might. It was something to do with like some weapons or material. It was U.S. weapons and I think a couple of like materials that they wanted specifically from Israel. I don't know exactly what it was off the top of my head, but I know that they were key in something. That's why China gave all of this like surveillance technology to Israel. It was a huge thing I think back in the early 2000s. That was noted down. And they kept that partnership going until they went to Pakistan for the same deal, but it was a lot cheaper for China to go to Pakistan than it is for Israel. So, I don't know what's going on with that. So I don't think
Are you saying that the Chinese sold Israel surveillance equipment to Iran?
Yeah. China sold surveillance equipment to Israel. So the surveillance material they had on Uyghur Muslims, right? Israel wanted that for the Palestinians and stuff, especially on border crossing to like checkpoints, all that stuff, whatever, right?
Israel has a lot of that indigenously produced.
Yeah, but a lot of the support at first to get to that technology, they need China. This is why I said it was early 2000s. That's why I was saying I don't know what's going on right now. I did look into stories over the last 3 or 4 years, to be honest. So that's 3 or 4 years out of date. But it can't be Russia or China that jumps into the mix. I think Iran will shut down all of its airspaces and not want to play with either of them because they.
What can Iraq do, Sam?
They won't do anything. That's the thing. Well, I'm just trying to figure out what country would be the one that jumps in because from where I'm standing, a unknown country jumping in is far more dangerous than a country that you know could jump in.
I mean, with regards to the airspace closures, like Syria, Syria announced we've closed our airspace, but they can't enforce that closure because they've got nothing to enforce it with. Iraq is almost the same. With regards to a third country jumping in, the only thing I can see jumping in is the United States.
Yeah, no, but that's the thing, right? I don't think it's just
they have to jump in if they're already there. I mean, it's the United States.
Officially. So what I mean is officially jumping in.
Oh.
Yeah.
So now it's all unofficial. It's all behind closed doors.
Yeah, America's looking for the excuse, I think.
Yeah, they want an excuse.
Yeah.
I don't know if you guys follow. Sorry. I don't know if you guys follow Midas Touch. They said Axios is saying that America's going to intervene.
Yeah. And I think another country's going to jump in on that because America is going to intervene. It won't be Lebanon.
Could it be? What did you say? Sorry, Lebanon?
No, it won't be Lebanon.
Your call has been forwarded to an automatic voice message system. 7.
Hey Ken, it's your friend John. I hope you're doing well. It's good to talk to you yesterday or 2 days ago. I'm glad you were with your family. I don't know if you saw the news, but Mike Madigan got sentenced to 7.5 years in prison. And they outed his net worth. He's worth $40 million. I don't know if you saw that as well, but just thought I would share some news with a former classmate of yours. And I hope you're having a great Friday afternoon with your family. I hope you're well. Thank you.
The only person I think could, with everything
I've never wanted a country to go down as much as Israel. No offense, but it's true.
Whether we're talking about countries or not, the fact of the matter is they're just attacking cities. Both countries. No, they're attacking. Both of them are attacking cities. I'm not going to support Israel with this war. I'm not going to support Iran. There's.
I thought we waited. I thought we all came to a conclusion that
that's a little silly. I think it's very uneducated. Like, for example, if you were to criticize Saudi Arabia, does that make you Islamophobic?
You just gotta ignore her, generals.
No, but you've got, I mean, sometimes people need to be intelligent. And if you've got nothing intelligent to say, I think you should keep your mouth shut.
I think you should keep your mouth shut if you talk.
No, you should keep your mouth shut.
You call everybody dumb, you know that.
You are dumb.
Well, being
You're not qualified to have a conversation.
You're very aggressive, Sam. You need to calm down.
I like that he's aggressive. You need to Mr. Green.
You need to get your emotions under
control. Look at this autistic voice.
I didn't give a shit, honestly.
No.
There's no way you can go with that voice.
So, Sam, you said that both sides are wrong. I mean, who started it?
No, I understand that Israel started stuff. I'm not saying no to that, right? Well, what I'm saying is, because they're attacking the cities and stuff like that, I'm feeling bad for genuinely innocent people, right? Like, again, think about it, right?
My question to you is with the hard on second step, they have to serve an idea. Can idea be compatible?
No, 100%, but I'm not talking about the IDF or whatever. I'm just excluding anyone who could be a combatant. I'm excluding anyone who could is serving in the military, whatever, right?
This is a problem for
innocent people.
Wait, hold.
Yeah,
Who are the innocent people that you're referring to?
Like little kids, women. Was it men who didn't even give a shit to be in the war to begin with, right? Those people, those specific people, I'm really worried about on either side. Because again, they didn't ask for this, that's not their fight. And again, it doesn't matter who the kid is anywhere across the world. You see a dead kid, you see dead people.
But if the kid is serving at the IDF, what do we do when that kid 18?
I'm not talking about 18-year-old yet.
Okay, how old a kid, according to you, what age?
For me, like 14, 13, 12, is lower, right?
Okay, what is a collateral damage?
Sam, are you Jewish or Israeli?
No.
You're not. Can I just ask this question? Is this a new development for you, or have you felt this way the entire time? Idea of shooting down babies in Gaza?
No, I felt this way the entire time.
I'm just asking, because you know what I'm noticing? A lot of my Israeli and even Jewish friends are now suddenly developing a conscience and empathy and consideration because they feel like civilians in Israel are under attack and you just can't have civilians paying the price for war. And I just wondered whether or not you were one of those individuals who suddenly sees children as children because the shoe is somehow now on another foot. That's
I've been pretty consistent.
I got you. I just, like I said, I was just wondering.
Yeah, no, and that's fair to wonder. But like, I even said before, like, before I knew anything about Israel or anything like that, I was like a pretty hardcore Zionist, like 5-6 years back. Or actually more than that now. But anyways, no, it's just any country that we're talking about. Those are the people I'm always gonna worry about.
Sam,
I don't like wars.
Sam, in this room, according to Amir, we only talk about the Palestine-Israel conflict, okay? We don't bring in other problems. Just...
Yes, you gotta do those, You guys are doing the same thing.
Fatima, I think Amir has a very good hold on his own voice, which basically means that he came to dictate what happens in this room as a mod, but I'm not sure that you can. So would you, just as basically said,
You can't even talk like a woman.
I'm sorry?
You don't even talk like a woman.
However she speaks, I'm not going to deny her sexuality or her identity as a woman, but at the end of the day, I'm going to allow people to speak for themselves. I think that's important. I would never want Amir to speak for you. Can you please be more careful about speaking for him?
Also, this room is being recorded and streamed.
Streamed in Tel
I
Aviv.
actually like that play. That's from Shakespeare, right?
Yes. It's being streamed to a house called Amir Terrorist Supporters, and it's called Documenting Hate Speech.
Oh, yes, yeah, we know. The anonymous person right there is, down in the goo is, recording us. But
That's me!
Can't throw them out.
I love that.
Someone create me a fucking AI version of Tel Aviv burning. Oh wait, shit, I don't need one.
You know what Sam, I would, because I'm a humanitarian also, person, but I don't know, man. I saw too many videos of them just mocking the Palestinians in the Gaza Strip, and even at the point of them having, dying of famine, and they're literally having a barbecue right next to the border so they can smell the food. So
Yeah,
I don't know if I have that much empathy for that culture. I'm gonna be honest.
Sam, what do we do about the kids inside Israel making videos of mocking the Palestinians? What do we do about them?
One sec, kids are kids, right? I'll be very blunt about this. Kids are kids. I'm not gonna hold a kid accountable to anything until they reach an appropriate age where we can start judging them for their actions, right? But when we're talking about
I hear you, kids are kids, but then why are these adults, teaching them to hate the earth?
Look, how many kids have died in Israel so far? Then? How many kids have? Only one confirmed death.
No, I know. I was just saying, I'm just scared of even okay. I'll think I make my point a little bit better here. Whatever country it is, right? Whatever their political biases are, whatever. I don't care if they're they're Zionists, whatever, all that stuff, right? When it comes to innocent people that have no stakes in the matter, right? Innocent people all around. I'm always going to be the party that's concerned, right? Always 100%. I just don't like, or I don't like seeing it. I only speak against it, right? If it's Israel Palestine today, and then there's another massacre tomorrow, I'd speak against it. If I was back in Nazi Germany, I'd be speaking on the side of the Jews, right? That is always going to be my position, right? So that's why I feel I feel hurt in a way of seeing other people getting hurt, right?
We hear you, bro. I'm with you. But the issue here is, do you believe in tit for tat? I mean, so what gives us these fucking rights to kill 17,000, 18,000 babies? And, and Iran is just targeting the IDF forces. If somebody does die, that's just collateral damage. It's more.
Yeah, no,
right? But IDF literally snipes kids. IDF and their whole fucking culture is disgusting. 82% of them want to keep them out, according to the survey that we're...
Again, I'm not for the IDF. I'm against them completely, right? And again, if Iran is just so...
Well, these disgusting pigs, they kill babies and then they go back to their home and play with their own kids. This is the disgusting culture that they have inside Israel.
I understand that, and I am also telling you right now, if the Iranians are just targeting the military, right, then I'm fine with that, right? That's their choice. This is their war, right? This is how war is supposed to be.
That's what they're targeting.
Yeah, so I'm fine with that. Well, I'm just saying, if there were people that are hurt, yeah, our heart's gonna hurt a little for those people who were at no stakes from any of this, who they got hurt in it, right? Whether it's Israeli or Iranian.
Plaza. But if they support the state called Israel, and somebody that's a supporter of Israel, what do you make of?
Look, I used to support Israel back in the day, right? Especially when I was a kid. I didn't know anything better, right? I grew up, I was against them. I'm still not in the military, whatever, right? So, again, me just being a normal person, right? Versus military fighting are two different things. Those are two different targets. One has intention to cause harm, undue harm, while the other is just fighting a war, right? Yeah, that's why they don't defend the IDF.
They're not going after kids and women. They want to target them.
I understand, and that's why I'm not like, what do you say? I'm not going ahead and like condemning the audience completely. I'm just saying.
Alright, Sam, hold on for me just 1 second. I went into the other room. I documented it. Anybody else who's interested, go into the room and report it.
Here's the other thing. There's like 5 of them. That's the crazy part.
Five of them?
Yeah,
Why are you so famous?
he has 5 accounts. Cause this guy.
He's got 30 phones, Otero. He's got 30 phones. So he's
And he's streaming it to like 5 or 6 different rooms. It's so crazy.
That's the definition.
Are you able to boot individuals that you don't recognize from the room?
No.
And the anonymous account you get as an anonymous account.
What if you block the person? So, for example,
I did block 5 accounts right now, and it just sent me a whole bunch of accounts. I blocked them. But
yeah, but don't you have to like restart the room and then he can't come in or something?
yeah, but you know,
Yes.
Why not?
but we don't know if I blocked the 5 accounts are the ones. What if he shows up again with a different account?
And we block more. And we block.
And then we open another account, bro, just because of this idiot. I'm not gonna keep opening up.
No, but this is bordering on and what I would suggest, honestly, is us at least reporting it. You get what I'm saying? Like, we can go into the room, report it, and I hope you're listening to me, and make sure that it's clear that we have not unauthorized recordings in this room, or the recording of our voices, and see what we come up with. What I came up with, something, let me see, it said, Republicans comedy?
Yeah.
That's one of his accounts.
You guys know who it is? It's that wacky guy. He's Jewish, he's wacky, and he's known for recording spaces and putting it on YouTube.
Talking about Zach? Are we talking about El Normo?
No, it's one of the other ones.
No,
he has a YouTube account.
What was his other names back in the day? I can't call it. He had a specific name back in the day that people knew him by. And he's always saying like Raboing Boy, Shaloing Boy, you know that guy.
Shalai.
He's always like Raboing Boy, Shaloing Boy. Shalai. Oh man. I can't call it right now, but he's super weird. Yeah, and he's always talking about hypnosis. He's always saying that like we're under some kind of hypnosis.
Okay, let's open another room.
Discuss it.
The West Bank.
And are such people with red tickets.
Yeah, I mean, should I open another room? I mean,
let's see what happens. Let's see if he's dumb enough to follow us into the next one.
yes, let's do it. Alright, so I'm gonna open a new room, guys. You guys are welcome to join the new space because this one, somebody is idiot is in stream. Today I'm gonna open a new room. Let's see if the new one, because some idiot is streaming my room for almost 2 people.
So, can you kick him out?
No, you can't. Anonymous account, you can't.
I'm kicking everybody for excessive.
Anonymous account, so you can't.
Don't get angry.
Which is not.
No, in the lobby, you said.
I see 3 names, but I don't see.
I know. It.
Oh, but that's it. Yeah, okay.
I just reported 3 of his accounts. I went in the room, threw me out all 3 of his rooms too.
You threw me out too.
Motherfucker. Weirdo.
And you can't block anonymous accounts?
I blocked the, you can block the original accounts, but once you're in, you can't kick them out. But, so I actually blocked about 5 of those accounts. But I want to keep them to see if you can
I blocked this Adam on the bottom, so what's right? Yeah, he just jumped ship. Block him.
He's like a real clubhouse, like villain.
Yeah, he's a stalker.
He's not villain, he's mentally unstable.
So let's meet up in the new room. I'm gonna have the same title, and we'll go from there.
And Amir immediately blocked anybody who picked
Amir, am I welcome?
No.
You're welcome. You're welcome. You're welcome. Just
No,
go read the
as well.
news, and then I want an educator. So can you go read the?
I mean, you guys the biggest shirt in the whole world.
Amir, I don't see the new link.
Bring cookies with you.
I'm gonna open a new room, so I'm gonna end this one. Let me. Shit. Let's see. I'm gonna end this one, and I'll see you guys, and I'll ping you guys in. All right?
Okay.
Right. See you guys.
Fuck you, weirdo. Na kuzi utatokea figio kidogo, ataua watu 2 watatu, then CCM itaendelea.
Close. It has to come to a close. And for Israel to be able to save some face. Okay? So now what does Netanyahu do to stay in power? Put Israel in a perpetual war. That's what he's doing. So there won't be any elections. Okay, in Israel, they took advantage of the situation. Again, Iran is infiltrated by Israel on the government level. Okay, 120%. You could see, watch the history of the Freemasons and all of this on Iran. You could search it all up.
What you
It
know
all
about the
exists.
Freemasons? Wait.
Iran has a long history with the Freemasons inside of Iran, and there's a long history of them inside of Iran. There's a long history of, Jewish.
That's our history in the United States. You got a lot of
influence within our home government. There has been executions in the past for collaborators with
come on.
No, it exists. There are officials that have been killed and executed. You can search this up. This is on Google. For collaborating with Israel. It exists. Okay, there's
But it has nothing to do with Freemasons.
Miss Birthday, you stupid ass hoe.
Yeah.
Yes. Replays are on. Replays on. We're capturing world news live right now. We want to be the light on.
Okay. Replays on then. Oh, before we go to the new room, I'll make a correction. My bad. The Iran attack on Israel last year was not on Friday the 13th. My bad. I made a mistake.
We'll forgive you this time. That's really white of you.
Today, I learned that.
I think only what was the most interesting parts were the reflections where it's saying, oh, jeez.
He comes back.
He's in a bomb shelter.
Well, he just signed the signed on.
Yeah, because he's in a bomb shelter.
No, they don't need to be in bomb shelters. Not right now.
He was home. He was in the bomb shelter, but then he went home.
And then he went back to the bomb shelter. So that was the fourth wave that was coming in.
I'll tell you when they shoot the fifth wave. Because
The Telegram is saying third wave. Like, so I guess they're like behind.
Yeah, this is the 4th, and now we're waiting for the 5th. So the 4th already just hit Tel Aviv. Some rockets just now hit. Some we're taking out, and he said they're gonna be shooting 1 every hour rockets for the next weeks, which
He's back!
You could be membered in on an account. Did you know this? I got about 6,500 members. I'm not gonna go to 6,500 members to see which one is plus member, which is not plus member.
He's back! Hi, Jim! Oh, hi, Jim! Hope you enjoy the ride!
What's happening now?
Oh, we got a mama account again. We got a mama account.
Yeah, whatever, don't give a shit. You know that there are 3 rooms open with your name all over here and calling you Lennon?
That's good. You know what? Just report the rooms. Every single one of them. I'll send you that. Don't worry.
Yeah.
Dog is, he said that the manager, Dog, what's your take? What's gonna happen? America's gonna jump in.
Checkmate, bitch.
Guys, I don't see the rooms screaming.
Cause your ass has been blocked, bitch.
I think he probably blocked.
Well, how does he get to block us, but we can't block him?
Yep, but apparently America is engaging in America's helping out Israel. That's America's puppy, or America is Israel's puppy. I don't know which way we should be.
Anon versus Anon, huh?
And the people that are going to go in from Tunisia, they have been blocked. Hey, what's up, Rob? How you doing today?
Not much.
Are you good? What do you think is going to happen in the Middle East, Rob?
Very, very hard to predict.
I kind of think that America is going to help Israel, and the Iran is actually shooting a bunch of they're making a claim, like, according to Sky News or whatever, that they shot down 2 fighter jets. So I don't know if we'll have to wait and see if fighter jets have been shot down.
The most depressing scenario is the one that I've been predicting all along, which is Israel will goad Iran into attacking Israel. The US has already positioned all of its forces around the entire region, including in Iraq, where I believe some strikes have already happened against US bases or something in Iraq. So the whole premise is so that the US will have the justification to launch a massive, quote-unquote, counter-attack against Iran. That has been my prediction all along. That's probably how it's going to play out. However, the world is strange at the moment, and behind the scenes you've got an enormous power shift going on with Russia and China behind the scenes. It remains to be seen how serious they are about somewhat protecting Iran and the Strait of Hormuz, or whether they'll cave in as usual and let the West have everything at once, which I assume is the more likely outcome, sadly.
Right. I don't know. I don't know what's going to happen. It's getting serious, right? Because I think Sam was here earlier. What do you think, Sam? wanna say something, Liz? Do you wanna say something, Liz?
Motherfucker, get me out of the fucking room.
We got two heads.
He wants to dance, let's dance.
What's going on right now?
I went to each of the... Hold on. So I went into each of the rooms and screenshot the quote-unquote moderator and reported it to Clubhouse. So we're about to find you, anonymous, cowardly fuck that you are. Show your face, Klansman. Go ahead. You know, the Klan does stupid shit like that. They put hoods on because they couldn't face black people one-on-one. You want to stream our voices? We're going to give you something to stream. You've already been told that you are not allowed to record our voices, and you've done so anyway. So I'm going to make sure that Clubhouse knows who you are and takes care of you better than we ever could.
Good.
But go ahead. I'm sorry. Who is John Kitover?
Here we go.
That's the guy that's recording.
It's one of them? Okay.
No, that's him. That's actually his name.
Okay. He's got to be reported too.
He's a freak. I'm not going to mention his name.
What's up, Dean? Welcome to
Walaikum salam. Yeah, so I was just watching the video. It looks like they've for Israeli television, there are 9 strikes that hit the ground. That's Israel Channel 12. That's what Eleanor had posted in the chat. But I was in another room. But yeah, see the video. Definitely those several large missiles.
There's more than that, 100%. There's more than that.
Well, I don't know. I mean,
look at the West Bank.
The West Bank.
Yeah, they hit the West Bank as well, but it says that due to the censorship, there's not any information about that coming out. I need to be.
Yeah, no, I heard about that, but do you have any videos of that?
No, that's what I'm saying. There isn't any because they're controlling what's coming out.
How? Because I mean, why can't you just take a video and upload it? I mean, they did bomb the fiber optic cables, but as far as I know, there's still internet connection in the West Bank.
Yeah, but it's not many people. It's not as many people surrounding that. Like, look at the Tel Aviv ones. The videos aren't great. Look how many people live in Tel Aviv, right? So.
No, I mean, they show videos coming out, and there's some actually I saw a very clear one as well, but there are videos that are coming out.
Yeah, so they've hit. So there's been confirmed hits of Haifa, Jerusalem, and the West Bank.
Jerusalem, West Bank, okay.
I wonder if these Zionists regret what they've done with the Palestinians yet.
Imagine spending your unemployment on Clubhouse for these subscriptions. The guy streaming your thing again on.
Yeah, it's because of the stupid unknown option. I can't figure out which account it is.
What happened?
I think good thing, right? This idiot, what you call it, hasn't clicked on as his profile, right? Otherwise, this guy, because she worked for the police and enforcement and whatnot, and she could actually get to the bottom of this within minutes. Hey, what's up, Ace?
Why is it in your room?
Bro, the guy is recording live.
Oh, somebody's recording your room?
Yeah, is that idiot?
It's me! I thought I went into the wrong room, actually.
You are in the wrong room,
Story of my life.
So,
Israeli media are reporting that an Iranian missile has struck a strategic facility south of Tel Aviv.
Korea.
That's the Ministry of Defense.
When you say, check your profile if you click on your profile. You know you can tell.
Like he doesn't know other people have more than one face too, but that's the profile that comes up. Amir, can you look inside your friends list and see if you have a John Kitover that comes up?
I'm looking. Can you check your profile if this unknown account clicked on your profile? It tells you who clicked on your profile. You know how to look at it, right? Who viewed?
This is so funny. I'm shutting down their entire room just by letting they know they're being recorded. It's awesome.
The Lillian Princes get married, and he's done a bunch of different.
Wait, has anyone checked on Black Rabbi? Have you checked on their brother? Have you checked on their brother?
It ain't what they say down south. That man ain't no kid to me.
The fastest looking government, so I wonder if you look to
He's walking up the stairs.
And he's supposed to be a veteran too.
Ooh.
Hi, so many clues, so little time.
General, what were you saying that they confirmed they hit what building?
No, apparently I'm just reading somewhere that Israeli media are reporting that one of the missiles has struck a strategic facility south of Tel Aviv. But this is a third round of missiles that they launched.
Well, there's actual video of it, them striking the defense, the Korea, whatever it's called.
Yeah.
Yeah, there's videos of them striking that, and then there's other videos. There's one video where they're saying in Hebrew, I don't know what it means, Ali Bashak, as the missile's coming in.
You probably know what they're saying.
Ali Bashak, and then the missile hits, and the guy goes, Ali fucking Bashak, Ali fucking Bashak. I was like, and then, you know what's funny? In his apartment or house or whatever, when the missile hit, his fire alarm goes off.
There's one guy that got hit by a car when he was celebrating the rockets coming in.
Oh, I saw that.
Wait, celebrating? Well, kind of celebrating. Like, he was like, was he celebrating? I don't really know.
No, I think he got distracted by watching the rockets.
Yeah, and he got hit by cars.
Oh my god, people.
The driver got distracted too. So basically, we're saying that they're gonna kill each other.
The driver was really
The rockets might not do it, but they'll kill each other.
But last year, or at the beginning of this year, it was reported how many injuries they have sustained when running to the bunkers. Seriously, there's a report.
I've seen videos of men pushing women to get in.
That's definitely Black Rabbi. Sharif has not definitely done that.
He probably thought there was a swing team.
I don't know, guys. He probably takes children as like the defense. Guys, gotta get the kid. Throws the kid and jumps.
No, say I'm a rabbi.
You know how I imagine Black Rabbi? Have you seen the Titanic?
Yeah.
The guy, when it's sinking, he picks up a child, someone else's child, and he goes, it's my child.
Oh, wow. I forgot about that. That came out like in the late 90s?
I'm not sure.
Yeah. So there are Iranian media is reporting that 2 F-35s were down. They've captured one woman pilot, and they're still trying to locate the other pilot. Oh, and some accounts are saying that they're calling this True Promise 3, not the response to what's been happening for the last couple of days, or since yesterday evening.
Guys, so there's our guy. Look on the link in the chat.
Sorry.
sorry. I'm quite sorry.
Yeah, enough.
Yeah, people.
Mayor, I'm sending you a quick follow on Telegram.
Yeah, I'm checking guys now to see if they're blocked on our list.
I mean, what's up with this?
Sorry, a lot of noise coming from your background, man. Can you please get in the...
Lulu accused me of being a Holocaust denier.
She calls the self-inflicted genocide what's happening in Gaza. So whatever he has to say.
I wasn't talking about the Holocaust at all when he called me this. It's because I didn't agree with him on something.
Yeah, but Edward, why do you care?
You being a Holocaust denier. No, I don't care.
Why do you care? But why do you care? Who gives a shit? This person that reaches, I actually don't give a crap. It's a way to try to silence people, to try to negate people on conversation. That's all it is.
Yeah, I'm just bringing, I don't care.
I know.
I'm just bringing it up.
I know what you're saying. I'm just getting irritated by this stupidity that still continues. It's not you.
I was in the Almus's room and Swifty came in.
Oh, Edward! Oh, good. Oh, let's see what you have to say. I'll probably say, like, destroy you or something, and then Almus made me mod, and then he left. He does it every time. Archer.
I mean, do you know this Osman guy?
Which Osman guy? Let me see. Check it out. Yeah, I have his multiple, John Catmore, he's got like 5 accounts, I have blocked his account. By the way, Teddy, are you there? Teddy's not here. I was gonna tell him something about this guy.